right. Week 16. Seattle Seahawks game. Let's go.
It's week 16 of the National Football League, and everyone's watching Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's been a target machine each week, 5th in the league in receptions. It's the Seahawks and the Pats on Monday Night Prime Time.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's a compelling late season clash here in Week 16 as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Okay.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Good
start.
And he has to break out this game.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 105 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. On the give, here's McBride. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small
ball.
doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. Down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done.
I think we can actually get something. It's got to get
7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. The Patriots at 13-1 now on the year. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
Now they turn to Thompson to throw it. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Okay.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Thompson going play action here. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
Here's McBride. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And this one is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Huntley looks to throw. Short throw to Disley. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. 3rd down, here's Huntley now. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Jones on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And they will be in the playoffs as champs of the AFC East. But as it stands right now, Charles, they still would have to host a game on Wild Card Weekend because they're still looking up at that #1 seed.
And that's when you tell your team, remember, guys, at the beginning of the season, what was our deal? Let's win our division and get to the playoffs. That was job 1. Let's not get greedy about the whole thing, because whether or not they end up with a first-round bye or not, you and I both know this team's going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
Man open, that's Debo Samuel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Thompson will look to the air on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give him credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, here's McBride. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
1st and 10, here's Thompson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw, Thompson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots are able to add on to that lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes? I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ken Walker was his target out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Patriots defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw, Huntley. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, what a move. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. $10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Thompson now. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Thompson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Thompson. This will be caught. It's Samuel.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Thompson. They'll set up the screen to McBride. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Thompson out of the shotgun here. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Mike Gesicki from 8 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Ryland on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. The mistake there by
Peace.
the
That's
offense,
a
Charles, they tried to
full
pick on a
goddamn
Pro Bowl
peace.
corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On second down, here's Huntley. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here's Jones. Fights him off. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Play action here, Thompson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. Marcus Jones, a return man. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. Nick moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. 2nd and 10. Now Thompson. open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And now a run with McBride. And a solid run down inside the 30. From the 29, here's second down and 3.
9-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Thompson going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Off play action, Thompson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Let's go now.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Here's Huntley. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting addled.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
I'm trying.
First down. Here's Thompson. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. A run here with McBride. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Thompson going play action here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Pats are able to add on to their first half lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. Short throw to Disley. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Huntley to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like
the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Keon White got in there for the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments with turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, the return is Jones. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 42. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw here, Huntley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Third down, here's Huntley now. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Downfield and caught by Fulton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Some of these.
Thompson on 1st and 10. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets them all the way
Facts
down
they
the
have,
outskirts of the red zone
they
here for
definitely
1st
stepped
and
up.
10. Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive good coverage and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Thompson will look to the air on first down. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
There we go.
Into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Get his breakout.
A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Yeah, he has a breakout scenario
Extra
this
point
game.
by Ryland, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Huntley. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jones on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over first and 10. New England trying to get a place on offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Samuel going to go in motion right. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down. Here's Thompson. Throw left side complete. That's McBride. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
third down. McBride, and he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, Thompson. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, up big, with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Oh, the motion comes too late. Now this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Thompson. He returns it right back to Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McBride. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Huntley. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
The extra point by Ryland up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Seahawks 7. Chad Ryland to kick off for the Patriots.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Huntley. That's complete left side to Shepard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Huntley. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 46 yards. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now McManus for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down. It's McBride. And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down now, it's McBride. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 104 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth.
About that, a new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, McBride. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and 4. Now they turn to Thompson to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They're looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run on first down. It's McBride, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, it's McBride, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
St. Brown motioning left. On first down, McBride, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Thompson. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Play action here. Thompson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead. Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter. Reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days. You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. To throw, Huntley. Short throw to Disley. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there. Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball. Here is 3rd down and 4. Huntley working from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England's offense set to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And they will take a knee here.
Like says, my backup, man, got a good backup. That boy can ball. Tyler Thompson, he can ball.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for New England, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.